Good everybody. Dark Horse. This is basically where I exercise um my frustrations on a particular subject, and that should be the New York Knicks. Now, as a resident New York Knicks fan, I can say that we are not good. Um, we can't beat the good teams in front of our faces. Um, I don't even think we have a good bench. To be honest with you, now we did get back in the game Sunday against Boston, or was it Saturday against Boston? Um, we climbed all the way back. I'll give them that. I'll give them credit. They fought tooth and nail. It was the same old routine in the last two games that we played against Boston. Like they were up by 40, and then we had to trail. Um, we had to fight and claw and scratch our way back, which we did. Um, but it was a little bit too late. I mean, it's not like Boston is unbeatable, because they are. Like if you look at the games that they lost this season, not many games that they lost, but the games that they did lose, look at the way that they beat them. You know, look at the way that they beat them. Now, I mean, I can't say that get rid of getting rid of you know Hartenstein and DJ and Donva and DJ DiVincenzo. Did that hurt our bench a little bit? Probably. Because I think those two guys added something that we didn't have. And now that we don't have that, we don't have that third anchor on the defensive side, or we don't have that third option, you know, like Mikael Bridges is supposed to be doing what DiVincenzo is doing right now, which is coming off the bench and giving us production. He's not doing that. Anunoby, we paid all that money at Anunoby, and he's inconsistent. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. We got rid of R.J. Barrett and quickly for him. I mean, at the time, well, like, was it a good move? Like, could we have could we had could we have stayed in the right direction and just stuck with them until the contract was up? Because quickly was not bad of a shooter. He really wasn't. I don't know why we got rid of IQ. I don't know why we got rid of RJ Barrett, but we did, and I'm not saying that we're better off without him, but I just think that having those guys, that kind of probably, we would have been in a lot of close games. Having Randall, you know, obviously traded Randall for a cat. Um, Obviously Randall was dealing with a, shoulder injury. Um, that he had to miss like a few games in the playoffs and this season as well. So I just think that we're not where we need to be, or we're not better than the teams that we're supposed to be. We're kind of like the Lakers right now, and the Lakers are not even good. They're not. I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, they beat Denver. Okay. I mean, what's their record? 2-13. I mean, that's not dead birth we're talking about, man. They lost 2 games. No, they won 2 games out of 13. No, they lost 2 games out of 13. That's bad, including playoffs. So I don't want to hear it, Wait till they meet again, because I believe they meet again next month. Wait till they meet again. The results is going to be different. Trust me. But yeah, man, it's just one of those weird things, man. Like we 0-7 or 0-6 against teams that's under above 500. So that means that any team that has a winning record, we're not good against. Teams with a bad record, like Philly, like the Nets, like the Jazz, like Charlotte, we could beat them up, we can blow them out. But then again, I think we faced Chicago, and we was tooth and nail with them, and they not even good. They not even a good team. So we're struggling against bad teams, but we can't be decent enough. We can't be good enough against good teams. It kind of reminded me of the Jazz a couple of years ago when they was hyping them up. I think they won like 50 games. This is when they had like Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. They won 50 games. They were like the first seed, and then they got eliminated by 8th seed or 7th seed. Like sometimes your records don't. Your record does not show who you are. Because if the Knicks are 37 and what they are, like 37 and 15, 17, something like that, they should play up to their record. Like they shouldn't be losing 6 games in a row against good teams. I mean, you can lose, but just be competitive. At least keep it close. You know, I mean, obviously, Cat got hurt, um, and then Tom Thibodeau wants to put him back in the game. We're still down by double digits. It's like 117 to 103, and he wants to put them in the like. And sometimes we have to question Tibbs too. I mean, I know y'all blame the players, but this is like Tom Thibodeau is a defensive guy. He's always built on defense. He was never an offensive type of guru. Even though in Chicago when they had like pretty good defenders like Blue Dang and Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah and Bruiser, there was always a defensive type of team. You know, even his days in Minnesota with Cat. And then they had Jimmy Butler and you know and Patrick Beverly but I don't know, man. I just say sometimes we gotta question Tibbs too, 'cause I know he did. I know he got an extension, not too long ago. So he's gonna be here for another 3 more years. So his contract 25, 26, 27. So his contract is gonna be up in the year 2027. So that's 3 years from now. 25, 26. Yeah, that's 3 years from now. So his contract is not gonna be up until 3 years from now. So do we stick with Tom Thibodeau, even though he's the best option that we have at he's the best option that we have at head coaching right now. Do we stick with him or do we find somebody else? Because at least with Mike Woodson, we got the best out of him. You know what I'm saying? At least with um, what's the cat's name? Um, what's his name? What's his name? He was the head coach for the Suns. What's his name? Um, I forgot his name. Um, but you know, um, it is what it is at the end of the day, man. I mean, we can't beat the good teams, then we might as well just, you know, I don't know. I don't know what we should do. Um, I don't know what we should. Hold on, let me look him up because I know his name, but it's like that shit just irks me. Mike, Mike D'Antoni. There you go. I don't even need to look it up. Okay, so we had Mike D'Antoni, right? Mike D'Antoni was the offensive wizard, right? He ran the 7 seconds or less with, when he was in Phoenix with Steve, Steve Nash and, Amara Stoudemire, right? So we have Mike Woodson, we have Mike D'Antoni, and then Mike Woodson. You could say those were the best two coaches that we had in that time period. We got rid of Mike Woodson too soon, and we held on to Mike. No, we got rid of Mike Woodson for no, we got rid of Mike Woodson too soon, and we held on to Mike D'Antoni too long. We thought, oh, if we build around Melo and he learned to triangle. He tried to, Mike D'Antoni tried to, force the triangle, which was never going to work. Because Melo needs the ball in his hands. Melo is not a type of person that can't really function without the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was just a mess, man. It was just a mess. So we fired Mike Woodson. I think he only lasted us for like what 3 or 2 years. And then Mike D'Antoni was there um, from like '09 to like 2014, I should say, like 2009 through 2014. So like probably got like 5 seasons to like 3 or something like that. But again, I'm not saying Tom Thibodeau is a bad head coach. It's just that with the league where the league is going right now, it's it's a bunch of offensive good, you know, it's a bunch of offensive juggernauts, you know. Like the ball is moving, like we're still stuck in the Stone Age because we don't have that guy, we don't have that offensive guru, you know. We don't have that offensive guru that can just say, hey, Jalen Brunson, Cat Brunson. I said Jalen Brunson, Cat Brunson. Hart, Harton, Josh Hart, Brunson, Cat. Just go, nuclear bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that type of head coach. What we have in a head coach in Tom Thibodeau is mostly defense. He preaches defense a lot. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if you can't get the ball in the bucket consistently, we have a problem. We just have a problem. And I don't think his philosophy is getting to these guys. I really don't. Now, with the whole Mitch, is he healthy? Is he not healthy? Is he coming back? Like, we almost at the end of February. We're heading into March. So you mean to tell me by the time March comes, if he's not healthy, just trade his ass. I mean, I don't know if we can do it now, But for me, well, I would trade him a long time ago. If he cannot consistently stay healthy, why we have him on the roster? We're not going to lose anything if we trade him away. What if, like, are we afraid? Oh, if we trade him away, he's suddenly going to start playing better. He's going to start playing way much better than he was here, which obviously happens from time to time. Obviously you look at Porzingis. He was here. He went to Boston, champion. You know, he's playing better. You know what I'm saying? Um, RJ Barrett quickly, even though their record shows that they're not there, they're still playing. They're still playing better. And they're only going to get better. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what we should do. Um, I thought us getting a cat was going to somewhat neutralize, um, not neutralize, but would give us somewhat of a confidence boost. But he's just been up and down. There's some games where he gives you 15 rebounds. There's some games where he'll give you 24 points, 17 points. You know, at least has at least two good solid backup centers. In case he goes down, we're like, okay, we're good. We could count on Mitch, but we can't count on Mitch. He's always hurt. You know, so I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. Um, like, what is the next future? What is the New York Knicks future looking like? Because like, Brunson is okay, I guess, but he's not a point. He's not one of those point guards that's gonna, get dirty. Like he's not an Iverson type of player. You know, he's not a Derrick Rose or John Morant type of player where he can affect both sides of the ball. You know, like he's not a Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday is not even a great offensive player, but when he needs to knock him down, he can knock him down. You know what I'm saying? Um, but he's a pest on defense. And that's something that we needed on a point guard for years. You know, but you know, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe.